Hi everyone and welcome. Tonight I met up with my really good friend Daniel Rester from We Live Film. We went to the ArcLight in Hollywood and saw an advanced screening of a movie called True Story. This film is based on a true story and it stars Jonah Hill and James Franco, but it's not a comedy at all. This is a drama, this is a psychological thriller, and I like these two actors, and I like when they're comedic, but I also like when they can pull off a dramatic role. Now, in this film, it is based on a true story, hence the name True Story, and we get to know two men. One guy is named Mike Finkel, who's played by Jonah Hill. He's a reporter for the New York Times. He's very successful until he becomes very unsuccessful when he lies about a report that he's given, and him and his wife, who is played by Felicity Jones, kind of have to do something else, do something different, because he's lost his job with the New York Times. At the same time, there is this other man who is played by James Franco, a man named Chris Longo, who is for some reason on the run. He's committed a horrible crime, and he's using the name Mike Finkel from the New York Times. What is the crime that he's committed and convicted of? He has killed his wife and 3 children. They come together because of this whole weird scenario, and there's a meeting of the minds and maybe a story to be told. This is a film that I've been extremely excited about. As I said before, I love these two actors when they are funny. Not all the time, but for the most part, I think these guys are funny. But at the same time, they can pull off a dramatic performance. They've both been nominated twice, well, once for James Franco with 127 Hours, and Jonah Hill's been nominated twice, but once in a dramatic role for Moneyball. So I think they could pull it off. The movie looked interesting from what I've seen. I didn't know anything about the real story. I'd never heard of this case before. So while I was watching this film, it said true story, and I knew it was a true story, but in the back of my mind, I was going back and forth because this story is so out there. It's so interesting, and you don't know what is true and what is not. What is coming out of Chris Longo's mouth, played by James Franco? What is coming out of his mouth? I don't know. I mean, I want to believe him. At the same time, I just don't know. And this movie's based on a true story, but am I getting played right now? Is this really based on a true story? Is this something that was actually something that actually happened? And that's what's going through my mind with this movie. It just sounded so far-fetched and unbelievable. I couldn't believe it at times, what was being told in this film. But that's what made it such an interesting experience for me. The performances by Jonah Hill and James Franco are great. Again, they are great at being dramatic. They're amazing at being funny, but I think they're even more compelling at being serious. That's just so weird to say, but it's true. I liked the chemistry they had between these two true-life characters. Felicity Jones, for a lot of the film, she's kind of under the radar. She has one major scene in this movie. I'm not going to say when it happens, but it happens between her character and James Franco that I was on the edge of my seat, and I was brought to tears just because of what Felicity Jones' character was saying to James Franco. It was very interesting. I really enjoyed this movie on a technical level. It's well directed by first-time director Rupert Gold. I think this is his first film ever. Stellar work. I'm looking forward to seeing what he comes up with next. The movie looks great. It's shot well. It's completely interesting. It's an hour and 40 minutes. I never wanted it to end. I was so compelled and interested by what was happening on screen. I like the score in the movie. I like the cinematography. But I think what's most important about this film is the story itself. It's just so out there, and after I'm going to be talking about this review, I'm going to go online and just find out about the real story. I'm that interested about it now. I didn't want to I wanted to have just the movie on my mind as I'm talking to you. I think this movie is a great film. It might have some issues. I personally didn't see them on the first viewing. I had an amazing time watching this. I was very shocked, especially by James Franco's performance. It's one of his best performances he's ever given. because I didn't know when to believe him and when to not. He was just that good. He scared me, and just proved that these actors, yes, they can be funny, but they can be so much better when they're serious. That's what I took away from this film the most. I highly recommend to check out this film. I think this film is getting released in a few theaters all over the United States, hopefully more around the world, because I think this is a very interesting story. And if you don't know much about this case, I think you'll enjoy this film even more. Because, man, I was going back and forth of my feelings of like, is this really true? No, it can't be true. Maybe it's got to be true. It says true story in the title. Come on, Chad. Wow, what a very fascinating film that is going to stick with me for a while. And for that, I am going to give True Story, I think it is one of my favorite movies of the year. I'm going to give the film 4 stars out of 4. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.